Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today because guess what, guys? It is RWBY Day, and it's not only RWBY Day, guys. It is RWBY Volume 6 Soundtrack Day. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. I have been excited for this since like episode 1 of Volume 6. So if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, all right. Boy, guys, since I finished Volume 6 of RWBY, I've gotten a ton of feedback on so many interesting, wonderful things about the volume. I'm not going to get into them all right now because I think that each song is going to have a focus on different aspects, different highlights of the season, different characters. And I will have an opportunity to talk about them there because I, for one, am just dying to get into the soundtrack. There have been so many points throughout Volume 6 where I've been like, oh my god, I need to hear the full version of that. Like, I wish it was today. I wish the soundtrack reaction was today. I want to hear it so bad. So in case you guys don't know, I don't listen to the songs outside of when they're played in the show while I'm reacting to the volume. I save that for the soundtrack reaction, obviously. And that's my first real opportunity to really truly listen to the soundtrack. I receive some wonderful thorough notes as well as a put together playlist. I will be putting the link to that in the description in case you guys want to watch the playlist that I watched for this reaction. I'm very, very grateful for that. So after each one, I'll be, digging into the notes. But it's fun because I like to guess like the themes of each one and who it's about and what it's about. And then it's kind of like, oh, I get to read the notes, be like, oh, okay, that was what it was about. Oh, it was about something else too, and so forth. So I will just initially say that this volume, I really have not enjoyed any of the volumes so far. I will say that Volume 6 really had just like an epic feel. Whereas I think some of the volumes have been very, very good. Like, certainly no disrespect to them. Like last volume, I think is particularly the one that stands out to me as being like, it was a very good volume and I'm glad I saw it. And everything that we've built up, I feel like particularly in the last 2 or 3 volumes, is what helps to make Volume 6 so epic. You could not have one without the other, you know what I mean? But Volume 6 is, like, I could feel it, like, through the whole thing. It was just, like, on another level with, I mean, for one thing, the animation. They just always top themselves with that. It's incredible to me. With some of the emotion, the themes, the action, so much of it is just a culmination of what we have been through. One of the things I love about the show is that there is no like point A to point B, it's like we're just living, we're just to quote Just Live, we're just getting through this as people would in these crazy situations. There is no magic pill, there is no boom, okay, we're over it, we have, you know what I mean, or we're good now, it's all done at such a great realistic pace. And because of that, I feel like Volume 6, we start to kind of ramp up into this, like, I won't say like a comeback because I feel like we had already come back from a lot of things. But it does kind of feel like a comeback. It feels like, particularly like some of the Blake and Yang stuff, it feels like we're rebuilding that. RWBY, I think, and a lot of you told me this, and I want to reiterate it, that RWBY, that's my tummy. I am so sorry. I don't know why it started right now. I ate breakfast and everything. It knows better. I don't know why it's starting now. Don't listen to it. It's a liar. It is a liar. It's fine. It's not even really lunchtime yet. God. So RWBY is the one who really, I mean, I wouldn't say she like, other people do get great arcs in this, but I feel like while we've been building up some of the other characters, RWBY has been an amazing constant, but we haven't really gotten to have one of those, like, let's build RWBY up and do, you know, like, what is she going through? What is going on with her, you know? She's been there for her crew nonstop, and that has been her thing. And here we get to really explore, how's RWBY doing? What's going on with RWBY? What's, you know, we get into the silver eyes, we get into even just her emotional state. You know, I feel like we got a lot more about in this one. Because we watch her kind of going through it with Crow, and we watch her, which I feel like it's rare to see her like vulnerable at this point, but I feel like with Maria around being kind of a mentor, like it kind of allows for her to be vulnerable for a second and just kind of like, oh my God, like leading everyone is really hard. I'm like, am I doing all right? What do I do? And so I feel like she really got a really good arc in this one as well. Of course, there's a lot of other stuff. There were some emotional points, you guys. There was some big stuff in this one. I'm not going to go through and highlight every single thing. I already see my intro's gone long enough, because as we get into it, I will talk about, how I'm feeling now a week later from all of the stuff that has happened. So, without further ado, guys, it's going to feel so good to say this. Let's get into the RWBY Volume 6 soundtrack. Let's go. Yes. Oh, did you see that? That was so cool. I love it. Oh, the artwork is great here. Okay, here we go. I'm calling. I think this is my favorite one. Now. When has that ever stopped us? When is it? Yes! Guys, I can't start here. I can't start because I know there's one's coming. A little bird references again. Oh, I see where they're getting at. The trials make us. Oh, I love these comparisons to nature. Oh, so are we referring to different characters when we do this? Yes. We're rising like the moon, guys. We're rising like the moon. I love the references to nature. I feel like maybe they're comparisons of the characters, but I need to think more about it. Oh my God, Casey's voice. Can we just take a second to... No. Oh my God, yes. So that's kind of RWBY's thing, right? Is looking forward. Yes. Let's choose love. Yes. I cannot start crying here because I know there's ones coming that will make me cry. The rose will grow to be a sea. Ah! Now that is a reference right there. Oh my God, give me the guitars. Give me all the guitars. Feed the guitars into my brain. I need them. Oh. This is it, guys. This is my favorite. I'm calling it now. This is my official statement that this is my favorite RWBY theme. It's official. Oh, I like where that went. Yes. Was that a reference to Shine? No. Oh boy. I'll be so curious to read the notes on this one. Oh, I feel like that's references for some of the characters. Yes. And now they know the whole thing about the moon, so I feel like that's even more powerful, you know, that they would make that comparison about... Oh, I really love the effects on that guy. I'm dying to read the notes on this. Is that that's okay, yes. No, don't put... I'll get there. Don't you worry. YouTube's like, girl, you thought... you've got some stuff ahead of you, and I know I do. All right. Initial thoughts before I read the notes. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. It is my favorite theme. I've been dancing around it a little bit. I've been like, guys, I think this is... No, I'm taking the official stance, guys. It is my favorite RWBY theme. I love the themes in it. I love the way it sounds. I love the guitars. All right, let's get into the notes, because I think it's going to help me understand some of the references in it. Okay, the opening theme for Volume 6, and it is a rather emotional one, at least for openings. It almost got me twice, guys. I'm like, no, I can't. No, I cannot start here, because this is my tissue, so I did not go out and invest in tissues. I have an itty bitty little pocket tissue, and this is going to last me the whole soundtrack, guys. All right, sorry to interrupt. It is upbeat and positive in the overwhelming odds the team is presented with at the beginning of the volume. It talks about the natural state of the world and how things in nature don't need to think about what they are, they just are. I love that. It is this idea that is co-opted by the teams by the end of the volume. Yang the light... I was gonna say, I know it's a comparison. Yang the lightning doesn't take advice from anyone. It just strikes. It burns brightly. Weiss the willow doesn't need to learn to stand. Willow trees are known for strong root systems, i.e. her strong family history. But they don't bend or break easily. It is already strong. Oh, I need to feel that in my heart for a second. Oh, the thought and care that they put into that lyric. Blake as sun seeks day, the light of justice and equality in a dark world. RWBY, we're rising like the moon, the light of the world reflected off of a silver mirror. Oh my God! I love this. The lyrics, we are the paragons of virtue and glory. Death can't bind our endless story. Infinite and unbound. Our reference to Pyrrha's mantra when she helped John unlock his aura. For it is... I was just thinking, even in death, as we saw in this volume, even in death, her influence is always there. But listen to this, guys. For it is in passing that we achieve immortality. Through this, we become a paragon of virtue and glory to rise above all, infinite in distance and unbound by death. I release your soul. You guys know the quote. I can't do it anymore. Another interpretation of the lightning doesn't take advice from anyone could be a reference to Volume 1 opening. This will be the day from the lyric, we are lightning straying from the thunder. Oh, I didn't even make that correlation. There were a lot of correlations I didn't make. I knew that the nature references were I knew they were references to the characters, but I didn't want to talk over the whole theme. And I knew there was going to be awesome notes. Thank you for the notes. Guys, I think that is definitely the most, it's really hard to say because so many of the themes have been so good. But just the kind of power rock, it feels so upbeat and determined, yet there's so much in there that shows just kind of the emotion, the tragedy of the past, yet how, and if you think about it, nature in a way is kind of all about things growing out of bad things, a lot of nature kind of dies and comes back, and it's kind of like a cycle. And I'm not describing this very well, but I think you see where I'm going, that I feel like this embodies that with taking what's happened in our past and seeing the kind of the beauty and the tragedy and taking the good from it. And I feel like that's kind of all of what RWBY and her arc was kind of all about, you know? We saw her using the silver eyes at the end of the volume, and her mind just went to all of the good times and what ended up happening. And yes, what ended up happening was sad. But if you can see the beauty and the pain that has happened to you in the past, that's power. That is something you can take and really use in your life. And I feel like that's what this whole volume and kind of what the opening theme are a lot about. Guys, I do not know what I was thinking doing a half-used pack of travel tissues for this, because we just finished the first song and I'm done. I'm done. Mascara's done. It's all done. All right. Let's move on to the next one because I've got a lot ahead of me, guys. That was awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's get into the next one before I just become a mess. What do you say? All right, this one is called Miracle. Oh, I'm loving the artwork. Oh my God. This is really good. It's almost kind of like an anime. It is an anime style. Look at John in the anime style. I love it. They all look spectacular. Oh wow, my makeup is done for. Okay. We've been through a lot of that. Yes! That, you know, guys, that's how we were feeling. That's how we were feeling. This is all about kind of their discovery of what was really going on. Really good song too. Oh, I like that melody. I'm loving the melody. Oh! This is how we were feeling. This is how we were feeling in the volume. This is a perfect way to encapsulate. Like, what is it? We're further away than ever. Has all this been for nothing? What do we do? It's hard because, like, you're looking for, like, but how are we gonna make this okay? Oh my God, Jeff just getting in there. Jeff is getting in there. No. But what are we gonna do? You know, I feel like, what are we gonna do? You know. Yep. That note though. Yes. And this is where we ended up, guys. This is where we ended up after that whole, oh my God, the guitar. I'm just bowled over by the actual, like, the melody, the instruments. And I gotta say, that is where we ended up, you know? This is where this is how they were feeling. Kind of and the guitars are you hear how the guitars are reflecting that. Oh my God, even like the music is in on the pain and the suffering. Is this about the apathy? Or just like the world? Yeah, there's always that hope in here. Yes. And we all know how that happened. How we decided to stand up and fight. Yeah. As they tend to do. Oh God, they're talking about Pyrrha! Don't tell me they're talking about the statue. It just showed up. It was just there. They were looking for a miracle, and who else showed up but Pyrrha? God bless it. Song number 2 destroyed. Song number 2. We're in trouble, guys. All right, don't play next one yet, please. I have a lot of crying and suffering to do before we go on to the next one. Good Lord. Okay, I love how that was the perfect encapsulation of what we were feeling after this just bomb was dropped on us about what is really going on in the world. And as the audience, we had been watching, trying to put together like what is really, why is the moon the way it is? What is really going on with Ozpin? What is the origin of all of this? You know, we had kind of the end result, but none of the info on how it came to be. And so I feel like as the audience, we could relate to just that, like, this changes everything. And then when you look at everything they have been through on this show, combined with the fact that we did have like that run-in with the apathy that just made them like, God, I just don't care about anything anymore. And I think that also was the perfect way to kind of present a physical manifestation of how you would feel in that situation, you know, like it's just all been pointless. Everything is crap, you know, and like none of it matters. And in the end, it is RWBY using the silver eyes that destroys the apathy. And the silver eyes, surprise, surprise, all based on protecting the people that you love. And I really feel like, we're going to get into the notes, but I really feel like that line about we need a miracle, it just showed up out of thin air, was a reference to maybe the Pyrrha statue? I don't know. Let's find out. Plays during the fight scene on the Argus Limited episode. Argus Limited in episode 1, Argus Limited. Go figure. It has a much darker tone than the opening theme. It contrasts the struggle of emotions that the characters go through during the volume. They lose faith in their goal after the truth is revealed. They look forward, hoping for a miracle to save them. The last part of the song could be interpreted as them not looking for their miracle, but creating their own miracle through will. The line, desire to preserve life, is powering the light, is a direct reference to RWBY's silver eyes, as Maria tells her. It is the desire to preserve life which fuels the light inside you. Yes, so I definitely see that like they are directly referencing kind of the just poetic manifestation of how that whole thing plays out, how the whole situation plays out when they find out the truth. And we just happen to encounter this apathy that makes us feel like, oh, nothing matters anymore. And then what brings it out is, what brings them out of that situation is the silver eyes, which is also directly based on caring, you know. Like, caring is the only thing that will get us through this, you know. Hope, love, fighting for what we love is all that matters at this point. And I definitely could see it being, you know, we'll make our own miracle too. So that was excellent. I love the guitars. I love the melody, the way the like notes just kind of fell at that one point. Oh my God. And we got Jeff up in there too. I like that it was a duet. I always love hearing Jeff. I think he has just such a great, I just love hearing him like going in, you know what I mean? Like going into those notes, like, it's epic. So, all right, guys, we're moving on to song number 3. We'll see if this one destroys me utterly. It probably will, but we'll see. Let's go. Oh, is this another Jeff and Casey one? This sounds like a mainly Jeff one. Oh! Yeah. Ah! Yes! Mm-hmm. Oh, I bet I have been waiting for... Ooh. This is what she's after, and when we first meet up with her, it's all she cares about. She's just on her mission. Is that when he found her? Was this at a Roman candle? He saved her, didn't he? That was like... That's so sad! How can you blame her after we have lost such precious friends of our own too, and when we know how it feels on our side? Oh yeah, she's And she's taking it as like, all right, someone's gonna pay. We're gonna bring things back to balance here. Okay, and this is where she is when we find her again. I like that little that little timeout we had there. He was her everything. I never really realized. We didn't really get into their origin story too much. I wish we would. I would love to see that. Also, give me a Roman flashback. I need Roman. Give me Roman. Aww. Neo. I want Neo to find peace. And it was taken. Can we take Neo in? Can we please? And now she's teamed up with Cinder trying to still get that. Honey, it won't bring him back. I know, that's awful. I'm so sorry for you, but it's not gonna... What are you gonna have when you get your revenge? What do you do then? Can we take in Neo, please? Can we adopt her? Please? Don't blame her for feeling that way. I do not blame her. That was a great song. Holy cow. That was a really good song. All right. Oh, it's trying to play the next one on me. You just relax over there, YouTube. You just hang tight. I'm going, oh, it's trying to do it again. Whew. All right. I love Neo. So Neo is one of those characters that I had heard so much about and people just friggin' loving her. And she, my love for her snuck up on me because I feel like it's just kind of slowly developed, and it's literally just because of her being her, just in everything that she can make. She is such an endearing character working with so little, because without the ability to vocalize, we rely on that communication so much in the show, and any show. And the fact that she can come in and just be so endearing without it is it's really something. And it snuck up on me. But I'm really curious to get into the notes for this one. So what do you say we do? Okay, it plays in the Neo Cinder fight scene, episode 5, The Coming Storm. It is undoubtedly a Neapolitan song. It is from her perspective and how she only wants revenge for the death of the one person she cared about, Roman. It is very clear from the lyrics that Neo had a rough childhood and Roman rescued her and gave her a new name and new plea. Yeah, they mentioned the new name. So he named her. a new place in the world. Then a candle's flame brought a brand new name, but now you've stolen everything. I'm all alone. Every line is about how revenge is the only thing that she has left to live for. She doesn't know that a Grimm ate him. That's the thing. Like and even if it hadn't been, even if you want to try to put the blame on somebody else, it's like, what do you do when you followed through on that plan? Like, what do you have? Like, I want her to have peace, you know? I like Neo a lot. Okay. Okay, she just knows that Ruby was with him last, and now he is dead. Also, fun fact, not 100% about the show, but in the game Blaze Blue, cross-tag battle, a fighting game that features characters from RWBY, Neo's effort sounds are voiced by Casey Lee Williams. I heard this. Casey has talked about how Neo is her favorite character, and she even dyed her hair to look like Neo's. I need to see photos of that, because I heard that and I just love that. I think maybe that probably made me enjoy Neo even more. So somebody had been telling me a while back that, like, kind of technically speaking, Casey is the voice actor for Neo, and I love that. Also very ironic that, like, somebody with such a powerful voice would voice this character who has no voice. And there's a little bit of irony in there. I don't know if you want to try to, like, read into the character that way as well, that, like, she's so powerful even despite not having a voice. But so I feel really bad, because I think that Roman was Neo's everything, you know? And you know, yes, we were never, like, on the same side and everything. He was always kind of fighting against our protagonist, but he, to her, like, that was her, you know, we know how we felt losing, like, Pyrrha and Penny. That's how it felt to her to lose Roman. And I personally, like, I loved Roman in, like, a love to hate way. I miss Roman. Bring back Roman. Hashtag bring back Roman. There's no bringing back Roman, though. He's straight up, he got eaten. He's gone. Unless he's not. No, he's gone. I love Neo. I want peace for Neo. I want her to find peace. Can we find her peace, please? Can we adopt her and find her peace? Let's do that. All right. Excellent. I'm glad we got that one up in there. Okay, the next one. Oh, it looks like the next one is straight up by Jeff. It says by Jeff Williams, though, and they're all by Jeff, right? So maybe it's not. Maybe it's another Casey song. It's called Lion Eyes. Let's go. Haunting. Beautiful and haunting. There's nothing on my screen. There we go. Oh, it's an Adam song. The Adam songs are really good, though. They're really good songs. And this volume had a lot of Adam. So, all right, let's get into it. Oh, that's perfect sound for him. That's a perfect sound. And there's the guitarist, guys. I can't wait to hear who's singing this. It's Jeff. And we know that from the brand. So that's how he saw others in that situation. I mean, no. But now you're just doing that. Lionized. Listen to Jeff get into it, though. See, what's scary is that in Adam's mind, Adam is like the strongest, best leader ever. Adam believes all of the messed up stuff we hear Adam talk about. That's what's so scary. You take someone who's just kind of like, and he is like a villain for his own game, but, and there's just enough truth to, like, you know, yes, it is awful that he was oppressed. What happened to him and other faunists is terrible. But he has now taken that. Like, you can even see he has no respect for, like, his fellow people who went through that. He's just like, oh, they were weak. Whatever. It's like, bro, but that happened to you too. But he's, like, the strongest, you know? That's... but you're just trying to make other people... yeah, like, he's like, suffering is over soon. Let's kill everyone. Oh, there it is. There it is. Well, I'm glorified. He's got like a complex over here. Cause you won't let it have any peace? There it is. He just wants to tyrannize other people. It's not getting rid of the tyranny. We're just flipping it. We're just flipping it around. That's what is the problem right there. So that was so good. So many great lyrics of like, I'm gonna make all this great change, and then it goes right to like, oh, hang on. Now, YouTube, now hold on there. All right. I love that because it was so perfectly done in terms of the lyrics kind of going in and out of like, oh, so much pain and suffering, I'm going to change it. And it's going to like, I'm going to turn it around. They're going to be suffering now. And like the one line that's even like, no more suffering soon, tyrannize, annihilate, and all this stuff. And it's like, whoa, but don't you see that you're just, that's not solving anything. And in the end, it really did. And we know this about Adam. It really did just become all about him being the oppressor. He really was not so concerned about helping the oppressed. And you can see that in that line about all the weaklings around him. Like, he clearly doesn't even, like, really care about the other faunists who are suffering. And it became about him just being all-powerful. So let's get into the notes for this one. This is an intense song. Very up-tempo and erratic, yes. Along with Jeff's insanely high voice. It's all Jeff. I believe it. It plays in the Adam character short. It very much sums up the arc that Adam has taken. Very weak, abused as a child, so he takes all the emotion and turns it into anger and uses it as revenge on humans. He might have felt guilty when he killed somebody the first time, but as seen in the character short, he was praised for killing the guy that was attacking them, creating a positive reinforcement of his actions until he no longer sees the difference between killing humans to killing anyone who makes him feel the way he did as a child. That's very true. The first part of the song even talks about us, subjugate, humiliate us, rob us of our pride. This could be the part of him that empathizes with other faunists, but by the end of the song, it has become all about himself. I'm here. I'm your savior. I'll be lionized. I am the path to reclamation. So we know that is very, very true from the short, that we see kind of where he starts off. He still kind of has those feelings about, you could see where he wasn't totally him yet. And by now, it's just, we have totally lost sight of anything about, helping others, helping the faunists as a people. It's all just about him. So yes, I would agree. Very, very good way to sum up the arc that he has had. So that was a good one. Whoops, I clicked on the wrong window. All right. Next one. Okay, Big Metal Shoe. I think I know what this one's going to be about, because a lot of you have told me that Cordovan is supposed to be the old lady in the shoe from the nursery rhyme, so let's get into it. The pop goes the weasel. I like. Ah! That was so well done. Oh, that weasel's about to pop. Oh. Is this Jeff again doing his screaming? There's Casey. There's so many kids to fight. Heavy metal, literally, with the thing. Way too rad. Referencing Weiss there. Oh. Oh! Wow. So is this all from Cordovan's point of view? Because this is a very interesting voice for her. I like that a lot. Just her kind of like, angry yet kind of, are we kind of doing nursery rhymes here? Is that kind of, is that kind of what's happening? Yeah, we are. Yep. Okay. It's all spoken in. The three little bears. It's all in. Yeah! Oh my God. Time for you to die. All right, because she was very like pompous when she spoke, and I'm like, this is an interesting kind of. This sounds like very juvenile, but it's because it's all like nursery rhymes. Oh, guys, I was not ready for that. I was not ready for eeny, meeny, miny, time for you to die. Love it. Oh my God, guys, that was. See, we had a lot of like emotional, we had a lot of like intense. We needed one that was just a straight up, just person singing in nursery rhymes and rapping in nursery rhymes about how she's in her big metal shoe and she's just gonna step on all of you. So we needed that. Let's check our notes. Okay. Big metal shoe. Okay, so this is a song we're good to ask. How many references did you catch? Let's see. Okay, Little Red Riding Hood. Even Mirror Mirror, I thought it was a Weiss reference, but I think now it was like supposed to be in the theme of the nursery rhymes. Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears. Something about a swan. Was that referencing Ugly Duckling, maybe? I don't know. Or there's probably other ones that have swans in them. The fisherman one I didn't get. That one will have to be explained. There was another one. The Glass Slipper. The Pop Goes the Weasel. Okay, let's see how many I got. Every single line is a reference to a children's story or nursery rhyme. The first being Cordovan. Is the little old lady who lived in the shoe. Okay, well, that one was obvious. Yep. If you remember, Nora told her that her military base looks like a big dumb boot. Oh, that's what it meant. Okay, so let's go through all the references. Little old woman who lived in the shoe. Little Red Riding Hood. Snow White. Oh, and Little Red Riding Hood. Ruby. Yep. Snow White. Weiss. Pinocchio. Penny. Three Little Pigs. Humpty Dumpty. Jack Be Nimble, the Gingerbread Man, the Fisherman and his Wife, Sticks and Stones was another one. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Yang. Okay, that makes sense. Pop Goes the Weasel, Hickory Dickory Dock, Eeny Meeny Miny Mo. How could I forget that one? Ring Around, and London Bridge is falling down. That one too. The Ring Around Roses, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Wheels on the Bus, Three Blind Mice, London Bridge is falling down. Cinderella for Cinder. Wizard, if you only had, wasn't there like a reference like if you only had a brain? Wizard of Oz, Ozpin, Crow, Ironwood, Glinda, Lionheart, Jack and Jill, and lastly, Henny Penny Chicken Little. Also, this is a duet between Casey and Jeff with Lamar Hall doing the rap break as usual. Yes. Plays during episode 11, The Lady in the Shoe, during the fight with Cordovan and her mech. There were a lot that I did not get. There were a lot that I got and I forgot until I read them here. So I'm so grateful that all of these are just in one place for me here because there were... So the one thing that I I didn't realize, well, I was kind of wondering because I know they've been, they're all from like fairy tale, they all have like fairy tale inspiration, was that they managed to get in there the ones that a lot of our characters are based on. Like Ruby is based on Little Red Riding Hood, Weiss is based on Snow White. I totally forgotten about Penny and Pinocchio. Mwah, Penny, love you, miss you. And the Wizard of Oz, with having so many characters that were kind of inspired by Wizard of Oz. So that was really, when I first heard it, like before I realized what was going on, I'm like, this is kind of interesting. Like Cordovan didn't really talk like this, but it makes total sense with the whole nursery rhyme thing. And it's so clever. And I love that, again, they tied in like so many of the characters that we know were based on children's stories. So, guys, so clever. So clever. I feel like that is the lyrical equivalent of what RWBY did with the gin. It's just so, like, unexpected and genius. All right, next one. We're on 6 out of, I think there's 8. There's 8 that I'm going to be listening to. Okay. I think. Are there 8? I don't want to. Oh, there's a bonus one. There's which I think a lot of you are going to be really excited about. There's a bonus one because I already know what it is. But I haven't heard it. I don't think they played it in the volume. But anyway, let's go. Next one. Nevermore. Oh, is this about the fight? My God. That's such great art too, with the brand and the SDC stands for Schneedas. This is sung from the perspectives of Yang and Blake. Is this the one that played during, because I remember hearing the one that played during the fight being like, need to download it into my brain right now. I think it is. This is Blake. And the manipulation too, you know. How did she? Is that Casey singing or is that somebody else? Because it sounds like 2 different people. It sounds like 2 different people. Either that or Casey's just like killing it, literally playing 2 characters. Heck yeah, this is it's all of, you know, it really was all about them. I feel like showing off how far they've come. Oh, nice. Yeah, he won that one battle, but it's not gonna stay that way. Ooh, listen to the piano. Nope, not gonna stand for it. Yes, oh my God. I've made her feel like she belonged for a little while. Yup. 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 Well said. I think that's a different girl. Heck yeah. We're protecting each other, guys. We're protecting each other. Yup. Interesting to have Yang talking about running away, too. Nice. Yeah. Is this when they had to kill him? Yeah. Was not what they wanted. No. They did not want that. Yeah. The little shadows reference. He was never going to stop going after them, and he was relentless. He was not going to let them get out of there alive, but it is nothing to celebrate for sure. I mean, that it had to be done. Had to be done. But I love their proclamations about where they stand now as people after having dealt with him in the past. Oh my God, guys, that was such a good one. Let me get the next one queued up. It's trying to play it. Stop trying to play it. All right, guys, that was awesome. So I'm assuming, we'll find out in a second, that was the one that played during the fight scene. But I loved it. It was just a great, like, a really in-your-face rock song, and I love how it was all about how far they have come individually, not being afraid of him anymore, not being manipulated by him anymore, each kind of in their own ways, because, you know, just the effect of that battle on Yang was so tough, and Blake, having been so close to him and being manipulated by him for so long, he really had a hold on both of them. And I love that this is really about them breaking those chains and standing their ground and showing, like, who they are now. That they're on the other side of that. And I did like the line about, like, he's a boy who just really lost his way, and it just straight up sucks that he had to die, and there was no joy taken in it for sure. But, you know, he was just never going to stop coming after them. So let's get into it. Let's get into the notes. The song plays at the end of the volume over the credits. Okay, it is a song about... Okay, so I was going to say, was it the one that played during the fight, or this was in the credits? Okay. It is a song about Adam from Yang and Blake's perspective, with it being a duet, and they got another female vocalist to sing alongside Casey, Adrienne Cowan. This is the first singer outside Jeff, Casey, or Lamar to be on a RWBY track. Oh, didn't the mom? I feel like the mom sang in, like, one of them, but it was the first time they really, aside from Lamar, went outside the family, you know, for vocals. That's pretty important. The song itself, the title is very important. Nevermore, doesn't it? Okay, it is the name of a giant raven Grimm. I was gonna say the Nevermore has something to do with a raven, and also there's the there's the whole thing about the, what is it, quoth the raven nevermore, from literature. And so I wondered if maybe, like, I don't think it has anything to do with raven, but just, like, it's cool they got a nod to something that has to do with a raven in there, even if the song was not about raven. Okay. It is also a reference to the Beauty and the Beast song Evermore. This is important because Beauty and the Beast is Blake's story influence. Okay. Also, as a song about Adam, it works because he started the trend of wearing Grimm mask in the White Fang. Okay, so his mask became a part of the character, and as he grew more monstrous, he became a grim-faced monster. Wow, so he, like, became... You know, that is really saying something, too, because we know that the Grimm represent just so much, like all the negativity, all the bad emotions and everything. It's like, that's what the Grimm are attracted to. And it really says something that like he would sort of become like a Grimm, you know? Okay, the song's about Blake and Yang before, during, and after their fight with Adam. The beginning about how they were beaten down, held hostage mentally by Adam. Then the chorus is about them standing up to him together during the fight. The bridge talks about how while they are relieved to be free of the shadow of Adam, and that his story and in the turn their own story is not heroic, it is a tragedy. Also, just a heads up, if you don't have tissues nearby, grab some, as the next 2 songs are going to be intense. Thank you. I have my tissue, and I do have like 1 or 2 more in there. Although this seems like this is a very sturdy ply. It's a very good ply tissue. I like that it covers like beginning, middle, and end. And that is I'm glad that that is how we're looking at. That is how it is. You know what I mean? Because if there's one thing that we've learned from this show, it's that the real savior of the show is like just the concepts of love, hope, joy, peace, family, friends. And to have like the characters kill someone, I think it's really important that you would look at it as this was not something this was not like a victory. It was not a victory. Because in a lot of cases, that would have been like, oh, heck yeah, like, you know, we did it, you know, and it was like, no, it was not. It ended in tears. It was not a victory. Even if there was a lot of like realization along the way. So I'm glad that they kind of highlight that. So, all right, guys, last 2 songs are going to be intense. Great. Here we go, guys. Nothing will prepare me. I already know what one of them's going to be because we haven't heard it yet. Let's go. Oh boy. So cute. Oh my god, I love that. That's adorable. I met a man, he had a dream. I tried to understand, but nothing was what it seemed. Okay. Sometimes that's how God's roll. So I'm guessing we're talking about some, okay. Are we talking about like are we talking about like Crow and Oz pen here? Or are we talking about as the pieces and bits became whole? But there was more going on than the work at hand. What I learned had to do. Or is this about the actual gods? There's a light that shines, and its power is mine. Oh, is this about like the light of the silver eyes? That's what the song title is about. Oh my god, beautiful song here too. I need to turn it up. I mean, Casey's just like, just glowing right now. Wait a second. Is this about... No, it is. Oh my god, I was wondering who was supposed to be in the picture. No, it's about... no. It's about Monty. This, oh my god, I had it. So I'm like, what characters are we talking about? I can't think of. Oh my god. The spirit's not. Oh god. what he made will go on for so long. I cannot believe it took me so long to figure that out. I literally had to hear about the stain, which was the map. I was wondering who that was supposed to be in the picture. No, death couldn't stop what he set in motion.
I wasn't ready. You can't prepare for the unthinkable, for something that's so
sudden.
Cruel, but that's how life goes. But through the sadness, thousands of tears, we see his message sparkling in crystal.
It's in every arc, it's in every episode, what he was trying so hard to get across. It is! It's so important. It's really, what they're doing is so important. It's life-changing. Because yes, this is a story, and it's a wonderfully made story. It really is. But it's more than that. To so many people, myself included. Oh my god. Guys, I can't believe that took me so long to figure out. I'm so embarrassed. I had no idea until they mentioned the stain. Oh my god. When you talk about a legacy, you know, it's a word that gets thrown around a lot. But boy, if there was ever a legacy that someone left behind, it is this. It's, oh wow, I can't even swallow. It's so unfair what happened. It was so sudden, and it's one of those things you're just left like, I don't understand, why did it have to be this way? But when you see how hard everyone who cared about Monty has worked to carry on what he started, it really embraces that idea of taking something out of a profound tragedy and just trying to bring the beauty out of what he worked so hard to create, and, you know, bringing that he clearly cared so much about and put so much time and effort into, and keeping that going, bringing the beauty out of that tragedy. And wow, guys, oh my god, I'm like that's how they mentioned, like, there was a man and that's how God's, I'm like, I don't get, like, okay, is it about, I'm trying to think of, like, what character, because we have gods on the show, but, like, I don't remember anyone ever got it. And honestly, I was not sure who the person in the photo was supposed to be. I just assumed that it was somebody's stylistic rendering of one of the characters, and I just did not quite recognize them. Oh, I'm so embarrassed by how long that took me to figure out. I really did not even get it until the mention of the infamous stain that became the map. Thank you for the tissue warning. I'm a mess. And I know which one's coming last, and I am not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay, let's read the notes. This hits pretty hard. No joke. It's a hard one to write about. The song makes me cry like a child every time. Same. So much same. It is about Monty, very clearly by the artwork. I'm not really familiar with what Monty looked like. I'm so sorry. So I did not recognize that right away. It plays during the fight with the Godzilla Grimm when Ruby tries to use her silver eyes to freeze him. Oh my god! It is sung from the perspective of people close to Monty, which I got eventually. The sentiment of the song comes from Monty and his philosophies on creativity. I believe that the human spirit is indomitable. If you ever endeavor to achieve, it will happen given enough resolve. It may not... Oh, poop. I'm not going to be able to keep it together. It may not be immediate, and often your greater dreams is something you will not achieve within your own life. He said all this? It's in quotation marks. Is something you will not achieve within your own lifetime. The effort you put forth to anything transcends yourself, for there is no futility even in death. We are never fighting... Oh, this is the lyrics. It's the lyrics. Okay. We are never fighting alone. Get up, get going. I'll meet you there. These two quotes from... Oh, they are quotes from Monty. Are what inspired Jeff while writing this song. It's a map fashioned from a stain. Obviously alludes to the fact that Remnant was created from a ketchup stain on a napkin. Honestly, there is meaning in every line. It really highlights the love that everyone in the community has for Monty and his creations. When we strive, we transcend. Even death cannot end our climb. Truly, Monty's legacy will be carried on in both his work and the hearts of all the people he has inspired and loved. That was so well said. Wow, guys. Embarrassed by how long it took me to figure out that this was not a song about our characters. I'm so sorry. But I just really feel that the clear love and caring and devotion that everyone around Monty had for him shows in every part of the show. And I can totally see why this is hard to write about, because it's hard to talk about. And I said this a little bit, if you could even understand me in between all the blubbering. I said this in the video. But it is an epic story, and I love just dissecting all of the cool little details about the plot points, characters, and everything. And it is really epic in that regard. But there are so many parts of it that really are about so much more. When you think about some of the things that we get into on this show, themes of love, friendship, but also people healing. I feel like a lot of the show is about people healing from abuse, grief, loss, and that's something that should never be taken for granted in a fandom, because what's a show and a really great show is also like a way of healing for a lot of people, I think. And I've said this about other shows that talk about some really heavy things and include a lot of emotion that, for somebody, like, this is their healing, This helps them get through a difficult time. And the good stuff does too. I mean, who doesn't love just seeing fun, wacky stuff from like RWBY and Nora and stuff like that when they're down? I know I do. That was a hard one. All right, guys. Next to last one, because there is a bonus one. So next to last one. Let's get into it. And this, I already know what this one's gonna be. Oh, God. I already know what this one's gonna be, guys, and I'm not ready. Let's go. Everyone take a deep breath and let it out slow. We're gonna be okay. No, no, no.
You looked at me, and everything felt new. swept away. The past seemed to fade. My hope
Ah,
restored by you.
we know that he really did restore kind of like her. Oh, shit about love. And
But this will always be. It's my day to be in love with you.
and I feel like she's singing it from.
Some people fall in love for life.
I feel like this is her singing from the beyond.
Right. Love's fickle when it cold.
But this was real. This was. She even said it in other songs. Started out as a crush, but it was real love.
Longer than our lives in
Guys, I feel like she's singing this from the beyond, and I can't take it.
forever fall.
Oh no! Oh, guys, I feel like she was there, even when she wasn't. She showed up, and I feel like this is sung from her perspective of like. I feel like she's saying this to John, even from beyond death. She is there, and this is what she wanted him to know.
Shined through. You set me free.
This is what I was trying to say before. She had never known anyone who could give her what he gave her. She was so lonely. This is what she wanted him to know. When he was at his worst, when he was at his darkest hour, she wanted him to know, this is what you meant to me.
Like the seasons change, they come and go.
But he's forever fall. And we're talking about fall in a nice way now. Usually we talk about it in a bad way on this show.
Even death could separate
She was always there.
souls.
Even when she wasn't, she showed up. Her voice is just so...
Some people fall in love for life, others never get it right. Love's fickle when it colds. One thing that I know for sure, longer than our lives endure. You're my forever fall.
I love that we're talking about fall in like a... Usually when we talk about the fall of Beacon, you know, this is lovely. I like how they took the time on this video to be like, all right, we're just going to play you out with a nice outro. Oh, God, guys. Oh, my God. I knew that one was going to be tough. I knew that one was going to be tough. Let me cue up the next one. That was, honestly, this is how I feel about it. It's, of course, stuff for interpretation, but I honestly feel like it was her telling him that when she knew he was at a point that he was ready to give up on everything. And he didn't. He didn't believe in himself anymore. And he couldn't believe in himself as a leader. And I feel like she was showing up at that moment with the statue to tell him, this is what you meant to me. And it doesn't matter if I'm here, if I'm not, I'm always here. And let's get into the notes. So I'm just gonna get into it again. This one hits pretty hard. Heck yes. It's very obviously a John and Pyrrha song. It plays in the scene with Pyrrha's statue in episode 9, Lost. It is from both John and Pyrrha's perspectives and about, it is from both John and Pyrrha's perspectives and about how they found new meaning in life through each other, and even though they are separated, they will love each other forever. I did not get it, that it was supposed to be from John's perspective as well. But I could totally see that, how he brought new perspective to how she brought new perspective to his life, because he was, again, at a time where he was just ready to give up on everything. He felt like a fraud, and she just breathed new life into his life. And he did the same for her, because we know she was very lonely. No one really approached her, and no one really bothered to get to know her, and he turned that around. They will be forever falling for each other. That's what forever fall means. It uses leitmotifs from previous Pyrrha scores in earlier volumes. Okay, that's what somebody was telling me when I reacted to the episode, is like, it's a score, but they took it and put lyrics to it. It also has the same name as The Forest and Vale. Yes, the Forever Fall. Okay, so this is a note from the very generous person who put together my playlist. Last 2 songs were incredibly difficult to write about. They were very emotional. Always listen to the song when I'm writing about it. So it's been a very emotional day. Thank you so much for going through all this emotion just for the purposes of this reaction. It truly means a lot. Hope you enjoy the second last current soundtrack. Oh yeah, because volume 8 is the current one. There's a bonus track, wasn't necessary, but it's very fun. Not necessarily needed. It's an acoustic cover of Armed and Ready. Guys, I need to hear it. And we need to end, you know what, guys, we need to end off. We got the tears out. We got the tears out, and it's good that they're out. It's good sometimes to get that out. But we need to end off on a little bit of a brighter note than that. Okay, I am so ready for this. I'm really excited for this. An acoustic version of Armed and Ready. I don't know what to expect from this, honestly. I'm guessing it's going to be like the acoustic version of Gold, but I don't know if they're going to like put a new spin on it or what. Oh my god, is it like an Old West kind of thing? Is that what we're doing? Is anyone else getting like Applejack from My Little Pony vibes off of Wild West Yang right now? Because I am.
It happens every night. I watch my world ignite, but there's no waking from this nightmare. Stage is always set, the place I can't.
I love this. I mean, this isn't a super bright note. Oh, guys, this is like, we're doing like a Wild West thing here. Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god. Oh! Aww. I love how it's like legit too. It's like, it's almost like folksy. Listen to like the dueling banjos up in there. Oh, that cry is coming back at me. No more crying. Yes, no more crying, please. Ah. Yes! Oh my God, who did this? Who did this? I know who did it, but I have to say it, it's so good. So glad we're ending off on this. As great as the previous two songs were, man, they were sad. And this one has a little bit of punniness to it, even though it's intense. It does really have a vibe of like, I could totally see it being like, kind of like an Old West kind of like, you know what I mean? It really works. It works. As in her voice too. So I'm guessing they actually like re-recorded this, right? Or did they just take her voice track? I think they re-recorded it. It sounds different. Cause sometimes they'll do like remixes of things, and it's just like they take the same vocal track and put it out. But I think this is a whole new recording. Oh my God, this is so like country folksy, Old West, Wild West. Meet my new fan. The lyrics are so good. Just bring me the strawberry sunrise and be gone. I love that little reference to Barbara too. God, I love her sense of humor. So guys, this works so well though, because I could totally see this particular storyline being like a kind of like a I don't know what you call it. You know if you've seen like Old West stories, like somebody coming and like getting revenge. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's somebody who's more into it will know a little bit more about what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, they definitely re-recorded this with her vocals. The banjos are killing me though. The banjos are straight up killing me, guys. All right, guys. Oh my Lord. So let's read our notes on that real quick. Oh, it's trying to play something. Hang on. What are you trying to do to me, YouTube? All right, we will end on a slightly brighter note, which is the amazing acoustic country version of Armed and Ready, featuring some amazing guitar and banjo playing. Is it Jeff doing the banjo and guitar? Nothing we haven't already covered in the original song previously. Yeah, it's the same lyrics, but I'll tell you what, guys, it works really well with it being like you could picture her like getting her pistols ready and getting her, you know what I mean? Like getting the arm ready instead though, because the arm's like her pistol. But like kind of getting ready to like bust into like an old saloon and go find Adam and like show him who's boss. I totally see that. And I am getting so I don't know if there's any other My Little Pony people out there, but who else is getting strong Applejack vibes off of Yang and the cowboy hat? Me, with my tissue. Sorry, I need to throw this tissue away. This is done for. All right, guys. I don't think there's a lot that I haven't already said. I will just say I really love the soundtrack, and I honestly, a few of you have told me like this is your favorite. I'm thinking it's right up there. I have not ranked. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll like go through and listen to them all like just on my own time again and try to like rank which ones I like best. But this is definitely up there. To cover so much emotion and at the same time have, songs that covered a lot of other range, like we had the nursery rhyme one. We had, we certainly had ones that covered like more anger and spite and everything, but to be able to cover that range of emotion, while always I feel like at the end of the day coming back to, obviously with the song that was all about Monty, his ideals about creativity and perseverance and hope. I I just think that's amazing. I really think it's up there for me as one of my all-time favorites. So, guys, I am a complete wrecked mess in terms of makeup. Favorite song, really quick before I wrap things up. It's so hard to pick one. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rank them based on the types of songs they were. I think my favorite in terms of just good song, great, encompassing of where we're at on the show would be the theme. But I'm gonna have to tie it with Forever Fall because I think that was such a big moment for the show and the volume and for our characters, for John, for all of the team. I think that maybe was like right up there as like just as important to the story. Favorite emotional song? So Forever Fall is, it's, I would say like for the show, that's my favorite emotional song on the volume. But guys, I was now that, what was it called? Indomitable. Broke my heart in a million pieces and just they've never really done that before, and that's I think why I got confused. I'm so embarrassed now that I got confused at first, but I feel like they've never broken the fourth wall. I mean, they kind of do all the time because they put references to Monty and everything. And actually, no, that's not true because there was a song. Remember that song from a few volumes back that was kind of also about Monty? But this one just straight up broke the fourth wall and was all about Monty. It snuck up on me and it just got me so hard that it just hit me so hard in the feels that I really think I'm going to have to give it, like, also just one of my top favorites on the volume. It was so good. Man, what a volume, guys. What a soundtrack. Oh my God, I loved it. It's going on the iTunes right away. I will be that person, and not up in your neighborhood probably, but up in my neighborhood, crying, running down the street, biking, and crying because I will be listening to this. I cannot wait for Volume 7. This was such an amazing volume, and I know I have a lot of great things to come on the show. So, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me today. If you cried, that's okay. I still have a few tissues left. Do you want some? It was great. Please join me next time for Volume 7. So there's no extras. There's no nothing. Next time you see me, I'll be watching Volume 7, Episode 1. And then I will release this and Episode 1 in the same week so that you're still getting double RWBY as is the norm on my channel /Patreon. But after that, we'll be doing like 2, 3, 4, 5, because I know there's no extras to kind of balance out the odd number of episodes for Volume 7. So please, guys, be sure to join me next time for Volume 7. I cannot wait, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.